Alright, I think everything's good here. Hello, Dolphin. Hello, Thorn. Across the sea. Yeah, good ears, Dolphin. Dang. Am I a dragon? On rare occasions. How are you both doing today? Hope everything is going well. Hope everything is going dandy for you. What are you guys up to? It is... what day is today? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. I'm all thrown out of whack today, but I'm hoping we're gonna get some interesting stuff done today. Don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but I'm excited. I'm excited, but it's been a little bit tricky. I sound a little sad or tired. I guess a little bit of both. I'm just sort of trying to figure out stuff and things. Watching Mario Odyssey gameplay for inspiration to finish up my current game. Ooh, nice. Mario Odyssey is fantastic. I probably could have done another Mario stream, to be honest, but I kind of just wanted to, like, finish up the one set that I had going for assets, and then switch gears to this one today. And words. I kind of wanted to get you know, Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda like all squared off and have like a big asset set of each one. Pokemon's been fun. Mario's been fun. Zelda is proving to be extremely difficult. Original Zelda's best classic gold cartridge? Yeah, for sure. Oh, I love that gold cartridge. I wish that they still did things like that. Like, special editions of different games. Like Zelda's gold cartridge, or, the Pokemon Crystal version, how it has, like, the little, bits of glitter in it. It's, like, it has glitter, and it's, in translucent plastic. It's really cool. I wish they still did stuff like that. Give a little bit of, like, special treatments to, different games. I mean, heck, the gold and silver were also painted gold and silver, so, you know. Happy to hear you got yourself a motivation injection. I suppose, yeah. But, yeah, I wish they still did that. But what kind of stuff are you being inspired by with Mario Odyssey, Thorn? I'm very curious, because that is a very well done game. I get all my games digital these days anyway. Get that, yeah. I still prefer physical, honestly. Especially after, like, the 3DS eShop is going to, be debunked soon. Defunct? Not debunked. It's disappearing. But, you apparently needed, like, a, I didn't realize that everything that I had I should have realized this, but everything that I had downloaded on the eShop was on an SD card, and I can't find the SD card, so every game on there is, like, anything I downloaded is gone. Silent, thank you so much for the Ko-fi shop sale. I'm going to assume that these are for Mario assets, and if you found something you like, then happy Mario Day. I hope you have a good time. There might be still time to re-download. There probably is. I think there's, like, March 27th. Yeah, I can't, I'm just frustrated because I can't find the one SD card that had everything on it. And every time, like, a console has, like, its end-of-life cycle, any of those digital downloads are just, I don't know, I just don't trust it. I don't, I still like having my physical cartridges, my physical systems and everything. That's just me, though. I don't trust digital media with how everything's moving to, like, subscriptions and stuff. I like to own things. I'm a very I'm a very materialistic fox, if I'm being honest. I'm at school waiting for my mom to get me. Hello, K-pop. Hopefully you don't have to wait too long. Hello, House. Also, hello, Grendel. I feel like I didn't say hi to you, but hello. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Zelda because it is one of my favorite franchises. However, it's proving much more difficult compared to Mario and Pokemon because, unlike Mario and Pokemon, you know that there's a huge problem with the Zelda timeline, and as such, every single item that you look up to make an asset of has a different version for each game. So if you want to, you know, you want to make an asset of a bomb, do you want the one from Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild? Because they're all different. You want to make a pot, do you want the one from Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past? Every design is slightly different. The Hylian shield between Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and they all have a very slightly different design. The hats are different. The heart containers are different. The rupees are probably the one thing that stayed the same. Even the cuckoos are different. Every item in this franchise gets a slight variation based on whatever timeline we're in. And as a result, I can't focus on one single way to design an asset. So unlike Mario, that hasn't changed from since, like, you know, after Donkey Kong, pretty much. Every design is slightly different. And I don't know where to focus. And as a result, I think what I will probably end up doing is eventually making 2 fully different sets of Zelda assets to cover both sides. A classic side and a modern side. Because I otherwise don't know how to do this. And I tried thinking about all the different ways that it could be done, but it can't be accurate one way or another. So I think I'm just gonna make an entire set for, like, Breath of the Wild, since that's our biggest game, that most people are currently playing. My Twitch, game is currently Ron, isn't it? I just realized that. Also, I don't know if hope the YouTube side updated. I don't think the Twitch updated. I think it shows that we're probably on the wrong game. Okay. Give me a sec here. I am guessing this isn't right. I have a gut feeling that something's not right. See if there's a way I can change this. Okay, no, I did change it correctly. Okay, thank goodness. I thought it showed that we were still playing Mario and I got nervous. Alright. September Best and I to tag team the routines. I don't know. The fact that there's so much stuff is good means there's more stuff to do. That's true. That's true, but it means I can't just do, like, I can't just do, like, one recognizable thing. I mean, I could do, like, an item from each separate game, but that would also be confusing, so I haven't yet figured out how to do it. What I will probably end up doing is just focusing on a Breath of the Wild set because it is pretty darn different from all the other ones. And then I'll do a classic set that is more Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask focused. Twilight Princess is its own can of worms, but I'll just focus on Midna and Wolf Link for that. Classic Zelda monsters? Oh boy. Yeah, I remember the dragon with the unicorn horn. I wouldn't know how to make these into assets at all. There's not enough to go with. It's just simplified pixels. Small sets of 3 to 5 per game and launch them separately. Focus on Breath of the Wild right now. Maybe. There's too many different things. It's just... Ugh. There's too many different items and ways to go about stuff. Like Breath of the Wild could be a very large set just on its own. I don't... Maybe a large Breath of the Wild set, and then, like, smaller sets for the other ones? I'd pick only 5 items or so. That is hard. I don't know. I mean, I did, like, a ton for all the others, so I'm, like... Let me try to figure this out. Where is the... show... Oh, go away. Get out of here. I love how I can get rid of it on my side and... Okay, there we go. At least do classic rupees. I have a setup for the rupees, but that's like the one thing that hasn't changed, you know? The rupees are pretty much the same throughout. And I also want to do, like, plush of the different characters, because I was thinking about the Breath of the Wild characters, and I'm like, people would want a plush of Sidon, right? Or Sidon? I don't know how to pronounce it, I can't remember. Sidon, I think? You know who I mean. But I'm like, oh, that would make a good, like, plush, and then, I was just thinking of, like, different stuff, like the Lionels and the different masks that you can have. A plush they can sit on? What do you mean? What? No, just like a little chibi, you know? Because everyone seems to love Sidon so much. And again, I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation. I cannot remember. Let me, like... Maybe I can get your guys' help with this. Let's go to our main scene here. So, alright. I was trying. I tried by drawing Midna's super complex mask for Twilight Princess. And then I was like, okay, and then I can do Rupee. And then I realized the heart containers are different, so then I just stopped here. And then I got to the shield, and then I'm like, oh, these are extremely different for each game too. And then I just kind of gave up. And then the other tricky thing is that for the main, you know, the main hat here, we have the issue of not really being able to get the full looking hat unless you have 2 separate pieces, one in the front or one in the back. And I've never made a 2-piece asset because I didn't know if people would bother wanting to do that. Like, it's just kind of hard to get people to want to use more complex assets. I've tried. I did like a mailbox for Christmas. That didn't work too well. So there's more you can do when you have multiple pieces, but I don't know how much people want to bother. Because the other thing with a 2-piece asset is you can't really wear them on stream. They're really they're better for Twitter posts. two-piece assets and outfit assets where you might not fit the body type for the asset. Like, people want me to make Link's tunic, except if I draw it and it doesn't fit their model's body type, then it doesn't work. But I've seen some people just do, like, the tunic and then they sort of collage themselves into it. But again, that really only works for Twitter posts and such. So I normally just stick with one layer assets, but something like the hat kinda needs to be two because it goes in the front and in the back. So it's stuff like that. It's like, oh, the classic hat doesn't work very easily. The items are different throughout the different games. So I'm just sort of trying to figure out what works best, I suppose. I think for Breath of the Wild, I might do, like, a wig for Link's hair. Because it is kind of iconic. And then I can also do, like, elf ears and such. Plush Octorok? Yeah, I might do that. Which one was my most successful asset? The kissing booth? Like overall or individually? My Easter sets were probably the most successful. I think Easter was probably my biggest asset success. And those were all single items, I think. And a lot of them were wearable, which really helped. These are all sort of things that you kind of learn, like, as you're working. The bunnies are hard to resist. That's true, yeah. I'll quickly show you guys, like, see if I can screenshot this real fast. I'll show you, like, what I'm kind of dealing with in my head. A little bit. Because I'm getting confused. Like, this is what I was trying to do last night. And I'm just trying to figure out where my head is at. So this was, like, before I really knew how I wanted to break down all the games. Oi. I really like the Halloween ones. The witch hat had some versatility. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like a witch hat, for example. I've seen people make the front of the witch hat, and then, like, you know how there's a part that flips up? I've seen people make that into two different pieces. So I was like, well, maybe I should do that as well, but I can't tell how much people would bother. Because I tried doing complicated assets and someone told me, like, hey, a lot of people are really lazy, they're not gonna bother doing that. The Link hat on the girl character looks like a veil at the moment. Which 100 images are you looking at? I mean, I have the Gerudo outfit as well. Oh, on the sketch, yeah. I mean, I also have, it's so pixelated. I also have the Gerudo Valley outfit here. I heard you like reference sheets. You should make a reference sheet of reference sheets. You're gonna have reference sheets in your reference sheet. That's way too accurate. It's painfully accurate. Yeah, I don't know. I was playing around. I was like, I don't know. Classic Ocarina of Time, modern set Breath of the Wild. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So, what do you guys think? There's so many ways we could go about this. I see what you mean with the veil now. Yeah, I had to draw through it to sort of know how it was going to work. Of course. Angela! Hello, Vessa. How are you doing? What? Thorn, what? I'm at work, but I can't wait to see. Hi, Astra. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Oh my gosh, Corlith, you are actually tag teaming. This is insane. Words. What are my words? My aunt's dog barked when you made the Yoshi noises. I seem to attract animals, making any sort of these noises, I've noticed. I haven't heard Totodile in a while. I'm cracking a bit at that one. I guess that explains Vessa myself. Aye. Yeah. Oof. Alright. Have we gotten all the silly impersonations out of the way? I am just... My head is spinning today. I am trying to think of... Triforce? We need a Triforce? How would that work? Like a... I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Wait, do you mean like a standalone one? I was just thinking of trying a hand. What is wrong with me? You know, hang on. I need to break this down. I'm gonna break this down for you guys, because I don't know. I should have written this down ahead of time, but we're doing this now. You know, it's Tuesday. I've told you guys before that Tuesdays are gonna be a bit more casual, a little less, I don't know. Alright. I need... Alright, I want to try a new thing, that I haven't done before, but I think it'll work out if I can break this down correctly. But this is, again, where I'm stuck between the classic and modern styles. There's too many ideas of things to do that I can't easily break down what should be first. At first I was worried that I wouldn't have enough ideas, and now I have too many, and now I can't narrow it down. So, like, I want to do a set of throwables. I want to try doing that for Zelda and test out how that works. So I wrote down before, like, rupees, hearts, pots, bombs, boomerang, I think I wrote Deku Nuts before, and I think this would be more of like a OOT style. Gotta go? Alright, no worries, Has. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great rest of your night. Throw rocks at people? Can you? Is that a thing in the game? I don't know. If that was like a feature at one point, it wouldn't shock me. I think these are all like item-based. No, it's not, but it should be a thing on the internet. Yeah, I'd read this before, and then I also had, like, the Triforce, the Spirit Stones. And then if I wanted to do the same thing with like the modern games, if you're just tuning in here, I was sort of explaining before that like all the games have a very slight different variation of every item, so it makes it really hard to figure out what works best for each piece. Like the heart container is different between games, and the Hylian shield is. And I have a lot of different ideas for how I could keep playing with these, but it's sort of a matter of where to focus, I suppose. I'm just sort of looking at the Breath of the Wild references that I currently have. Let's see here. Do you have a deadline? Is there like a Zelda holiday coming up? No, there isn't. The anniversary was actually in February that I found out, but I do want to try to have a modern set, because the sequel game is coming out. But I also want to have I want to do both the modern and classic set, and I'm sort of having trouble prioritizing which of the two make more sense. Because I think that more people are probably playing Breath of the Wild right now, but that's where I'm kind of struggling. And then, of course, with the hats here, that's why I think the Breath of the Wild hair makes sense. Do the hair, ears. What else did I say? Classic would go back to Zelda's headpiece, Link's hat, your ears, flower. I don't know if I should make like two different versions of the shield. I was previously making the modern heart container. Why are there so many variations of things? The enemies for the modern game are a lot easier to understand, right? So we've got the Lynels, Bokoblins, the Lizalfos, and those all have like hats or masks to them, I think. And there's also the horses. Rivali and Sidon. For classic, Cuckoos. The bombs between classic and modern are completely different, because one is like some virtual bomb of light, and the other's like an actual bomb. And yeah, they go in super different directions. So Bunnyhood, Keaton, Majora, etc., etc. Full-scale horse asset so people can ride the horses while VTubing. That is actually exactly what I had been thinking, but I wasn't sure how to execute it, but that's actually something I was thinking about. You know how they have, like, those inflatable Halloween costume horses that you can, like, step into and it looks like you're, riding one? That's kind of how I thought the setup would be, and I wanted to do it of Epona. So that's actually something that I was thinking about doing. And that's why I have all the references of the horses here. That's why I grabbed, like, oh, of course I cut it off, but I had, like, all the horse references here. November is Zelda month? Oh my god. Robot Unicorn. Dessa, you are freaking genius. I am going to write that down for something else, because that's just good for nostalgia's sake. Once I have a horse, I can just, you know, keep making adjustments to the horse. Just have a horse base at that point. That would work so well, yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking that for Breath of the Wild, I can do the white stallion and the Ganon's horse, and then use that basic line art and then make Epona. What? What's every horse I can just keep making adjustments? I didn't mean for it to sound terrifying. Just make sure to share the horse asset with Senpai so we can use it when playing Star Stable. I will customize the horse if he wants. I'll make his favorite Star Stable horse into an asset. Yeah, I think I'm just getting my head very confused between the two different, how different the game's directions can go. But I think what I just need to do is tell myself to just do one and then do the other. Because otherwise I'm gonna get way too confused. And if I do something of like... I think I might do the thing with like 3 to 5 assets for each subsequent game, like a Wind Waker type and a Link to the Past type and whatever, but I think I just need to have like 2 larger sets that's like classic 3D Zelda and modern 3D Zelda, Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom I obviously can't do too much for, but if I can at least do the hand, I have references for the hand and the broken sword. And I think that's the only thing we know at the moment, from what I can tell. But if I sort of split the set like that, it will probably work the best. I know people probably want the hat, and that's why the hat's confusing. What do you think about 2-piece assets? Is that something that you guys would be, like, okay using? Because there's so much I can do with it, it's just, you can't use them on stream, they're really only good for Twitter posts. So, like, this is like, static image friendly. I mean, unless you're a PNG tuber, but if you're like a live 2D VTuber, it doesn't work as nicely, I don't think. And this is more like stream friendly. One is 1 piece but kind of awkward, and the other is much more accurate but has to be 2 pieces. That kind of makes sense, right? Also, hello, Talon. How's everything going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think, like... I mean, I honestly wish that I could just, like, get a classic one done, but... Maybe I can just do, like... What if I just did this? What if I just did a classic set that was just focused on throwables? Because that won't take too long. And then, I can probably do that off stream. And then a modern set can be more in-depth, and I can do that on stream. At least, like, at the very least, this just sort of gets started on the basic items. And then I can keep adding to things later. I think that might make sense, hopefully. I know, it seems like I'm not drawing enough today right now. It's just, I'm kind of just trying to get my thoughts in order, and I wanted to have this done before stream. I just kind of lost track of time a bit. So why don't I... Alright, that's gonna be a little too tricky. There's so many directions we can go with this. I think what I'm gonna try doing is grab this model character again. Make a duplicate of her. Oh, didn't mean to grab an entire background. We just sort of have basic to go with here. And I guess I just sort of need to write down, like, the Sidon and the dragons. I want to get the dragons done as well. Where's the notes layer? Bombs are pretty specific to that game. And I think that should probably do it. Making sure that there's nothing else that I'm forgetting here. That's the main focus, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, I think I can either work on the Sidon and Rivali plushies, the dragons, or the horses today. I think that will probably be my best bet. For today. Oh. Wait, what layer are these on? I need to get rid of these, hide these temporarily, so I have more room. What do you think would be the better one to start off with? You can kind of go... whichever direction you guys would prefer today. So I think between these three we can do, we can probably get one or two of those done today. If you guys have a preference. And just in case, I'm going to look up some references that I don't think I have yet, that I might need. And let me see here. Do we have just like a basic, easy to see view, or no? Are we gonna be difficult about it? Let's see if there's anything. Okay, that's a good one. I need this reference here of a face-forward horse, potentially. I think these are good. Do we have a preference on which one we want to get going with? We'll try this. We'll see how it works, what happens here. So I have to think about the fact that most VTubers are pretty much forward-facing, right? So let's see how we could do this. This probably won't be to scale. I don't think there's a good way to make it to scale, but this would just be a good asset in general, probably. How can this work? You can't really sit on it either. I need something where most of... Maybe that's not gonna work. Shoot. I need something where it's like the horse... I need like their shoulders in the way here. From the VTuber. So that it doesn't look awkwardly... So it doesn't look too awkward, because obviously no VTuber is posed in a sitting way. Alright, let's quickly try, like, maybe painting something in so we can get a better look of things. Like, I don't want it to seem too awkward, but that might just look awkward. Again, maybe the horse has to have two pieces. Shoot. I wanted this to work, but maybe it doesn't. Does it have to be... Okay, if we did it in two pieces, would it work better? No, probably not. That's just gonna look like you're clipping through the horse. Yeah, that's tricky because of how the rider's supposed to sit. I mean, I could always, like... I could do the collage thing, but then you can't use it on stream. If I did the collage thing, I could give, like, people, like, you know, legs and feet. That would make sense, but can't use it on stream then. I don't want the horse in the way too much to someone's face, but... And this seemed more feasible in my head. Maybe something like that? I mean, this is just straight up an asset that I wouldn't even make Breath of the Wild specific. I would just make a bunch of different colored horses, but... I want it to work, though. Do you think it works? Does it need a second piece, is the real question. No. See? That's why it looks like it's clipping. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can't tell if this is working or not, or if it just seems awkward. But I'd like your opinions potentially. Because I mean, if I could make assets that also served anyone who plays horse games, that'd be great. Yeah, I did. I thought it would be, sort of a nice way to tie things together. Plus, since they're facing the opposite directions, I thought it kind of worked nicely as a series, kind of like how I have the Animal Crossing piece, where it goes from, like, one piece to the other. I thought it would be a good way to transition it. Alright, guys, do we like or not like the horse? Kinda don't. The way it leans over would look weird after a while. You make a good point. There's just no way to make it, work with a VTuber, though, unfortunately. Without it, like, you know, crossing their face. I mean, try to make it look like it's leaning forward, but I don't think that'll work. I mean, this kind of makes it look short. This would work great if you were riding like a wolf or a tiger, maybe. But pony? I should have hang on. Let me just not lose that yet. Could be advertised as a pony. Okay. That could work. The head moves from side to side. Unfortunately, I don't have the skill set to do that because I think that would require live 2D. Because I mean, the problem with that is that the horse would still be like crossing across the VTuber's face. You know? Yeah, that doesn't work. Try to make Pona from Youngling's age, so the little horse? Okay, so maybe the pony works better? Blocking the VTuber would be a turnoff. Exactly, yeah. So that's why the only thing I can think of is the horse from the side, but unless is like looking. Does it work if it's looking this way or no? Probably not, but I'm just checking. I feel like that works a little better. You can add an obvious saddle that elevates the VTuber? How do you mean? Like, how do you mean, without legs showing? Yeah, that's the thing. The saddle actually makes it look more awkward because you know that there's no legs there. You know, the sideways head I don't hate. There's kind of two ways we could do this, I guess. This, I think, gives more option for variety of horse types. This is probably, like, really just fit for Epona. Sideways head looking away works. I think we might go with that then. Because the other thing, you know, I'll probably make a quick video at some point on how to do this, but depending on where you are, you know, I don't think it's super hard for people to learn to flip the asset. depending on what side of the screen they're on, too. Or of the horse looking towards a ground object? I'm breaking the neck for, for a second, but... Where's my... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have the head up a little bit. I think that just sort of helps refine the structure. Time to do an asset flipping tutorial? Yeah, I just need to do like a 1 minute thing. I think would help. I probably need to get VTube Studio and figure out how it works in that program too, because I know you can, I just don't know how. And then do like a quick thing for VC Face and a quick thing for OBS. Actually, just doing it in OBS probably makes more sense. Or, I don't know, three ways to flip that. I just need to make more tutorials. Yeah, I think the thing with this is that depending on each VTuber's design, this could look awkward probably quicker? Maybe? I don't know. This might be slightly more versatile. But I think I'll go with something like that. What am I making? I am attempting to make a horse that a VTuber can use. And we're sort of struggling making it work, but we're making it work. We are... What's the word? We are... My gosh, my words are completely escaping me. Head up looks better? I think so. I think what makes it look better is that the silhouette is more clearly defined, whereas this kind of gets very lost. This is much more of a... Wrong layer. This is much more of like a horse silhouette. Obviously it doesn't look like a horse yet, but you know, you get the feeling of it being a horse easier. Yeah, well, trial and error. That's the word I'm looking for. We are doing a lot of trial and error to make things work. But I think that will work. Alright, that already helps it look more like a horse. This could be a fun asset. I haven't seen anyone try anything like this. So, you know, this could be a fun one. Tuning the look. Yeah, there you go. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? We're not struggling. We're identifying what doesn't work before moving on to what does. Yeah, that's true. Well, now you guys see sort of like my thought process when I'm working. You can see why a lot of the time I try to have a lot of stuff done before stream. But this is very much like the open trial and error side of things. I am absolutely going to make generic horse assets now. I actually have been, you know, it's good that I'm doing this now, because I've been wanting to do, PNG tubers, and one of the ideas that I've had, that I wanted to do a while back, actually, was I wanted to do a reindeer for Christmas, and I sadly didn't get around to it, but this is sort of a good way to play around with what works for that setting. And I can also always do something where you can sort of move the head a little before, have a few different poses, right? So you can get like a little bit more movement. That's actually something that I probably could do, is make it like, you know, GIF style. the head going down a tiny bit actually might have looked better. Just slightly. Maybe? You can give it a little bit more little movement like that. It's probably good being out. Alright. Where's the girl? Let's move the horse and the girl a little bit. Move the horse down slightly. And then I think I'm also just gonna quickly try drafting out what Link's hair would look like. So I think that that could be a good one. And this doesn't have the problem of the hat being fully in the front and the back. You can probably do a pretty good asset just with the front piece. Would you guys bother with doing assets in multiple parts? If it can just be for Twitter posts, or do you prefer assets that are just one single easy to use piece and don't really have to be visually combined or collaged together, I should say? I've seen people do multiple pieced assets, and you know, I've seen that they have been downloaded by people, but I don't often see them being used from what I can tell. I don't know, I saw one of a maid outfit and it had 400 downloads, so a little hard to tell. I think it's like, I don't know why, but with the assets made by Japanese VTubers, I think it's more common to see the type where it's like a full outfit that you collage together. I don't know why, though. It's just a trend I've noticed. I feel most people don't want to deal with the multiple-pieced ones. I would, but I'm a tech head that likes things to look perfect. Yeah. I think that people are more fine doing it for, like, a Twitter post. It's like people will use multiple assets in a scene, but then when you have to piece two things together, I think the use goes down significantly for some reason. What was my most downloaded asset pack and how many downloads? By far, I would say it was the Easter set. By far the Easter set. That had a few hundred, I think. That one was crazy, but every piece in that asset was a single piece, and a lot of them were wearable. So I think that that was a huge part of it. But I think wigs could still work. I've seen wigs done a few times, and I think Link's hair is pretty iconic for that. You have a Ahoge? Does he have an Ahoge? No, not really. think it's also why Japanese VTubers prefer a multiple piece asset. They have stronger eye for aesthetics. I don't disagree with that. I think that, I think from what I've noticed, Japanese VTubers tend to put a little bit more of the... I want to be careful with my words here. I think they just sort of do focus on, like, polishing things a bit more. Whereas, you know, I've heard this from other people, but a lot of people will just sort of, like, go into VRoid, throw on a hoodie, call it a day. So, I do understand where you're coming from there. Yeah. Definitely tolerating scuff less. Also much more... Yeah, I can agree with that. Trying to see how much detail the hair has. And how much I might want to also emphasize a bit of it too. I personally prefer that side. I like things feeling more finished and polished and thought out. But I know that that is kind of almost like not looked down upon, but sort of seen as very unnecessary on the English side. And I actually like it. Gotta go? Alright, no worries, Talon. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully Link does MMA in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. You'd think it would be a holiday, Halloween or Christmas would get more attention? Yeah, you would, right? I think that Halloween, I think I was just too late. I think I just released everything too late. And the other thing is that I think, I can kind of guess what happened with Easter and St. Patrick's Day. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which direction this hair is supposed to go. And it's not very consistent with the different references. I was one of the only people who had assets for St. Patrick's Day. Or, I think, like, yeah, I was pretty much the only one who had it in St. Patrick's Day. So, that was fairly easy to get noticed from, because it was sort of the only option. And then for Easter, I really like the aesthetics of Easter, so I just went and made so many different items. So it kind of gained traction just for its quantity. You could just get that one sheet and it had so many things in it that you could pull from. Whereas I see most asset makers usually make like 1 or 2 assets per sheet. I usually do, you know, at least 20 to 30. And I'm trying to cut back on that a little bit now. Obviously not doing too much of that in terms of cutting back, with Pokemon and Mario still being pretty heavy, but you know, each holiday will probably have less now that I have a giant pack already out. But I think that that was a big part of it as well. Sort of had like a little bit of a one-stop shop for Easter last year. Why are these pictures so different? There's like nothing consistent here. Multi-piece assets might sell better to Asian VTuber. Yeah, maybe. What I probably need to be doing is putting stuff on Booth. I think I'm a little foolish for not having done that yet. So, I'll definitely be doing that as well. Because I'd like to do big outfit stuff. I've seen people do full outfit assets, but I don't want to spend the time making big full asset outfits if most people don't want to bother with it. Because that's the type that involves like collaging yourself into them and whatnot. I'm just trying to fluff this up so it's a little more versatile. I think the reason I haven't posted anything on Booth is because, like Vessa said before, I keep thinking of it as like the Vroid place. So, also, if you are not in Japan, you can't sell on Nizima, which is the Live 2D asset website, and I was going to try to sell on there. But you're not allowed to if you don't have a Japanese bank account. Yeah, same problem as Skeb. Can't tell what his hair is doing at the side here, really. I guess something like that. Plus the, pieces in the front. It's really hard to tell what his hair is doing. Especially since, like, the promotional art for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom now is very painterly. So it's hard to see any of the definition. Which is fine, I mean, it's a gorgeous style, I really like it. It just makes it hard for something like assets that are sort of known for needing to be very precise looking. Alright, and then how does the front pieces go? That's even less clear. They're not tied with anything, they're just long pieces of hair. Okay. At this point, I'm just gonna make a business that opens Japanese bank accounts third party for people to sign up. Honestly, yeah, do that. I'd sign up for that in a heartbeat. Am I planning on buying Tears of the Kingdom? I think so, yeah. I haven't bought a mainline series game in a few years. So I'm kind of like, I really sort of just want to get back into doing a little bit of gaming, because I'm starting to be like, I haven't, I want to appreciate the franchises that I enjoy, and I just sort of have been focused only on art and not really. I kind of just want to split my time a little bit more. Not that I probably really have time for it, but I don't know. It's been a few years, so I think I think I should just be allowed to play one game. I was trying to play demos of other games the other night, but the demos are like 10 minutes each. So I think I want to invest in Tears of the Kingdom, because I really like Breath of the Wild. It was probably one of my favorite Switch games I've played by far. And I intentionally never, like, I avoided Ganon for the longest time because I didn't want to finish the game. What demos did I enjoy the most? Did I do the... I don't know what that is. I tried the demos for Sonic Frontiers and a few of the Kirby games, and I attempted, the Vocaloid rhythm games, and as much as I enjoyed the feeling of a rhythm game, I'm not cut out for them, so probably not gonna go for that, but it was nice to be able to at least play a demo. Sonic Frontiers is good, but you literally only get 15 minutes in the demo and they time you, so that was frustrating, but it looks really good. It looks like a very well thought out. I was actually kind of surprised. I couldn't really tell from the trailers how it looked in terms of gameplay, but it actually, it impressed me pretty well. And then the Kirby ones were probably the most fun. I kind of like the Dreamland one, and that was a generous demo, I would say. Actually, both Kirby games had very generous demos. Trying to make this feel even. And maybe I just shouldn't go with the 2 points here. Miku games are fun. I'm bad too, but I just play on normal. I was playing on easy and barely passing. And I was like, wow, I really like the feeling of the rhythm game and, like, you know, just tapping to the beat, but wow, I don't like nearly failing every time and being super stressed. Fist of the North Star is an old anime. It's where the You're Already Dead meme came from. JoJo, started as a parody of it. I think that feels like Link's hair, right? I'm pretty sure that that's, like, as close as I can get for Breath of the Wild. Might try extruding it a little bit more here, but... yeah, I would say that that's pretty much, I'd say that's pretty much what we could get right. Alright. And how does it look on the other character? Does that work? I can't see that at all. That pretty much fits, right? You can't see because my wings are in the way. There we go. It's sort of covering... Let me move the hat. I'll make the sides go a little further apart. I'm trying to take into account, like, most people's different hairstyles. As much as I can. So, you know, just moving things slightly further can always help. Just letting you know, this is a safe for work stream. So I get the joke, but I'm not responding to it because I'm sort of not trying to go in that direction with what I do. I don't like how this is still slightly showing because this is fairly close together hair, so... And I might curve this just a little bit more. Hang on. Trying to add a little bit of curve so it just feels like there's some more movement here. Ever so slightly. Yeah, just a tiny bit there. Gives a little bit more of that S shape. So things feel like they're a little more dynamic. You can turn on no fail mode in the Miku games. I also set it so the vocals don't mess up when you miss a note, so I can still hear the whole song. I understand it stresses you out, but there's absolutely options to have fun with it if you wanted to just enjoy it. I also turn off when hitting the notes makes a cymbal sound because it makes me do worse. Try that on the demo and see if it helps. Oh, I will try that out. Yeah, if there's tricks like that, then I'll see if that makes the experience better. They only have 2 songs on the demo, which is slightly disappointing, but I get it because it's a demo. But I'll try that. It's probably not going to be, probably not something that I'll fully purchase unless it goes on sale again. But yeah, I'm living vicariously through making assets. I'm also frustrated because I realized that I lost a lot of the DS games that I had that I would have liked to replay. I don't know how, but I lost some of the some of the better ones, so yeah, that's frustrating. I think this is probably as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, it was, it's frustrating because I had them all in, like, the same location, and I never moved them from that location, but somehow only, like, half of them were there. Yeah, including, like, most of the Mario games somehow, are gone now. So, yeah, I wanted to replay N64 DS, but that was unfortunately one of the ones that I somehow have misplaced. And I don't think it's, I don't think I'm gonna find it anytime soon, because it's been... This hair just needs to go in. It might not match every VTuber, but it needs to look a little bit better that way. Yeah, you can. I was debating on grabbing 3D All-Stars, actually. But I didn't realize, like, I've played both the N64 version and the DS version, and somehow it just never occurred to me, I don't know how, that the DS version had the different playable characters that the original N64 version didn't. I think I was mentioning this on stream last time. Part of my enjoyment of the game was getting to play as Yoshi. There's like no other game where you get to play as Yoshi that much. I'm probably being finicky on hair details now, but that probably works out, right? It works enough. It does hide majority of the hair. If people want to make it larger, they can. Is there any other way that I can account for this? Wait, maybe I'll just make everything slightly further apart. I don't want to distort it, but... sort of design it to be a little farther apart. That might work. And still give it the same shape. That should work. Alright. I think that works, and I'm just gonna make this part a little bit shorter, and we should be good. Alright, I'm gonna call that one. Zelda, I don't think we can do her Breath of the Wild hair because it's pulled back. We'll just have the same problem I've been mentioning with the back and front part. Because I can't do the back of Link's hair either. But it's less noticeable because it's shorter. Next time you're on Switch, you should... Yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to find the charger, and I need to... Yeah. I will do that. Bleh. I might end up revising that hair a little bit later. It's actually starting to feel a little bit too wild, ironically. I'm seeing if there's anything we can do with Zelda, but she doesn't... Well, she has her Hylian tiara, but move this over. Hair of the Wild, yeah. Basically. She has this tiara, but not when, like, this is only a royal form, and I actually... It's probably only in a flashback. Is this even worth doing? I want to do her Ocarina of Time one. But... yeah, I mean, she has... I have to look up if this is even in a flashback or not. She has, like, this tiara thing. See, the Mario characters are just a lot easier because they're just more iconic throughout all the games. Whereas all the Zelda games are so different from game to game. And there's not much that can be repeated. And that's sort of what was giving me trouble earlier. Yeah, it's probably a little too shaggy. So she's got this thing, but I don't know if it's only in a flashback. Because it's not in the main... It's not what she normally wears. But it's in the concept art book, so... I don't know. I might refine that if it's a thing, but I don't know if it is. And day to day she has hair clips, but... The hair clips are easy, they're literally just triangles. The nice thing about, one thing I really do, like, not so much the Breath of the Wild Zelda, but throughout the other games, she does kind of have a similar, I like that she sort of has the circlets with the higher hair. I can kind of relate to that. Circlets for everybody. People don't even realize that the circlet with my star in the middle goes all the way around, but I haven't, like, drawn that in a very clear way. Or not all the way around, but it connects in the middle. And people usually draw it separated. These barely feel like assets. They're just little triangle hair clips. They're so tiny. But Thorn, did you see the horse? Because we're also considering on having the horse now. But, like, with the head to the side, so it isn't as obstructive. Obtrusive. What's the word I'm looking for? Obtrusive. It's not as obtrusive. I'm gonna quickly play around with making it have, like, a little bit closer to the character. I might just go back with it, but I just want to quickly test this. See if it works. So we can have that version and we can have that version. I think this... You know what? This might actually work a little bit better. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's probably give VTubers more room, but... Make it move a little. I'm gonna do the same thing where I copied and paste it again. See which version we like better later. This kind of looks like it's reaching, and this sort of feels a little bit more natural. I don't know, do we have a preference? I'm just gonna save that. I think something like hair clips might be a little too in the weeds since it depends so much on the VTuber's hairstyle. I agree with you, yeah. I'll just throw them in there because they're super quick. You know, no harm, no foul. Star Stable players rejoice. I'm excited. I can use the horse base to now make like any type of horse I want because I've not seen anybody try this crazy of an asset before. Get known for having horse assets. It's exciting. I don't know which one works best though. The head that's a little bit closer or the head that's leaning a bit further away. Do you guys have a preference? I think I could work either way. I'm just not sure. Yeah, these hair clips are really tiny, but they're really simple. Unicorn asset, nightmare asset, Kieran asset. Nightmare asset. I could turn these into My Little Ponies. I like the Kieran idea. Zelda... not Zelda. Vessa earlier was saying, to make a robot unicorn. Like, robot unicorn attack. I definitely want to do that now. Thorn's too old to do- No! What? Oh, come on, it's great. It's beautiful. It has the amazing aesthetic. Gotta check it out. Alright. Because Thorn is stopping by, I'm gonna quickly shift over to this other idea that I had. Lisa Frank plus Metal Element, that's a very good way to describe it. Alright. That's probably why I like it so much. It's got some of the Lisa Frank vibes. Okay. I also want to do this one, because I think this would just be fun, and you know what? This is going to... This is going to be a good experiment to see if people want to bother with multiple, pieces or not. Because if I do, like, 3-piece asset, I will try to make these a little bit less complicated, but this character only works for this sort of asset direction. But, the dragons in Breath of the Wild, you can have, like, a little shoulder pet. And I think this is the only way to make it work. But it will be a good test to see if people are willing to use 3 different pieces for an asset. I could do a lot with this if people are willing to use it like that. So you'd have the one piece here, the body piece in the back, and then the tail and such. And then it'll end up looking something like this. I'm gonna license my likeness out for a dragon asset. I don't know if people would bother using all 3 pieces, but we're gonna test it. We're gonna use this as a test because I really like these dragon designs. And I wanna see if anyone else appreciates them. Thorn, have you seen the dragons in Breath of the Wild? You have, right? I'll license my likeness out for a Roomba or toaster asset. I could do that. I have no problem trying that. They've got, like, little ice spikes here. There's like an ice, lightning, and fire one. It's great. And then I can just, you know, take this template and then do Volvagia as well. And then get more of that Ocarina of Time essence. Or heck, I can make, like, you know, Shenron. I can... Once I've got, like, the horse base and the dragon base, I can go to town. I just gotta establish them first. Nope, I played Breath of the Wild for a few hours, hated the weapon breaking mechanic, and never bothered with it again. I agree that the weapon breaking mechanic is terrible, but Your weapons get more durable as you progress. I get it. I also hate the mechanic with a passion. I kind of hope Tears of the Kingdom, like, doesn't also have that. They might. Be great if you could, like, choose to have it on or off. I mean, based on what happened to the Master Sword, I'm guessing they're going to keep it. But... yeah, unfortunate. I'm gonna quickly show you these dragons. Look at this thing. Isn't it beautiful? I love this design. I figured that a regular sitting plush wouldn't work as well for it, so I thought the shoulder pet might be easier to finagle. But yeah, look at that. It's awesome. It's beautiful ice creature. It's great. Oh. And they've all got really big ears. I don't want to forget that. Trying to make this far away enough from person's face. I'd be fine with it in the next game if they tripled the durability and could be repaired with gathered resources. Ooh, that would be a good mechanic. If you could repair them, like, before they broke. That could definitely work. I'd support that mechanic. As long as the resources were, like, fairly easy to find. I don't quite get how their faces work, but something like this, I guess. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to tell what all these details are and then try to, like, immediately chibify it. I'm going to probably have to go and, like, actually grab my Breath of the Wild art book so I can tell what's going on here. Because some of the details are a bit hard to understand. Although this does make me want to just make, like, a thorn plush asset now. Probably shorten the hands a bit so they're a little more chibi. Back legs on these things are always kind of a pain. What I really need to be doing is start offering customs for VTuber assets, because I think I've got, like, enough examples of what I can do. I just need to catch up on current queue and whatnot. I'm torn between needing to pick up new stuff in the queue, and then also what I really want to be doing is I really need to get going on starting out something with YouTube. Anything, pretty much, at this point, because I feel like I'm not quite meeting my goals yet, and I have ideas that I want to do, but I need to start acting on them, or I'm going to be too late. So that is something that I want to try prioritizing a little bit. I think I just really wanted to get a set of Zelda assets out just to kind of get the ball rolling on Pokemon Mario Zelda, and then if I want to add to them later, I can. But then I think I really need to be... Like, it's still good for streams to do assets, but off stream, I think a lot of my focus needs to be on videos. I do a lot of off-stream work with assets as well, and I think I need to start making that more of a... either more of a stream-specific thing, or... I'm not really sure what yet. Because I also like doing the speed paints and such on streams as well. I can't figure out how this tail should go. If I can find a way to, like, add more fur and scales and such to this, then I can make it not as needing to be as specific to put together, then that would probably be better. If I can figure out, like, where all of its spikes need to be and how many it has on each end. One, two, three. Looks like it's got about 5 here. And then about, like, 20 going down, so we'll try simplifying that a little. Oh, I've at least got experience making all these scales and such from Thorn's work. So I know, like, how to maneuver the scales now. Dolphin, how are you doing today? Ooze goes down the spine. I think that works. I'm working on the little plush of the dragons in Breath of the Wild. And we can easily turn one into Volvagia later, which I think could be fun. Wait, tell how this is supposed to work, actually. These are a little different than normal dragon scales. I think it's doing something like this, if I had to guess. Everyone is suddenly returning. What's going on here? Corlith, oh my god. Ashla! Dragon from Breath of the Wild, I remember trying to find all of them, and it's so much fun to take a picture of them when they appear at the right time. Yeah, exactly. I love the dragons so much, and I don't know if they get enough appreciation, so I wanted to add them in, because I think they're really cool. Also, this asset is not hair dependent, which is great. This is, like, this is sort of going to be more of an experiment, because you see how it's, like, going behind the VTuber? It's going to have to be in 3 pieces. So I was talking earlier about how, like, I don't know if people are going to be willing to use a multiple-pieced asset. So, because I'm going to have fun drawing dragons, because you can't not have fun drawing dragons, I thought it would be a good way to sort of test if people are willing to put the pieces together to make an asset. Sadly, it doesn't work well on streams, but, I thought that it could still be fun to try out. I wish it could work on streams, you know? I really, for people who are live 2D, it's sadly probably too many pieces. Unless you didn't move around much, but it would be hard to set up. Come back to room from doing cleaning here, Yoshi's. You can thank Corlith for that one. I'm seeing if I might need to make this part go a little further out. Maybe not. I don't want him to look like he's floating here. It's probably okay. Is there a way that I can just sort of make it like a headpiece as well? Can I, like, 2 birds, 1 stone this thing? Not easily. Oh, maybe. You wouldn't really be seeing the rest of his body, though. It's kind of a good way to do it in 2 pieces, maybe. Or, no, it would still be 3, because it still has to go behind and in front. I think it would still end up being 3 pieces. Yeah. Darn. Alright. It does kind of look cool that way, though. Chilling on your head. Yeah, probably still works better this way. As if it was like... Yeah. Oh my god, wait. They have 6 legs? I didn't realize they had 6 legs. They have to complicate things, don't they? Alright, I'm saving this as a base because I like where these arms are for the majority of any dragon I might need to make in the future. I didn't realize they were separate. Oh, that makes this harder, doesn't it? I mean, it just wouldn't show, right? I mean, the other legs are, like, here. So... I guess that's what the third piece would be. The third piece probably just has a leg that gets hidden. And I just need to make sure that I just have, like, a line there to show that there's a leg. Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. Why are there 6 legs? That's not helpful at all, but okay, whatever. Alright, so I think I'm gonna refine the dragons. I'm definitely turning the horses into an asset, and I'm definitely just gonna go and look up, like, every major, pop culture horse. We've got the assets of the dragon, we've got horse. Horse, of course. Oh. I'm wondering if you guys think that the horse looks better when the neck is a little bit further out, or when it's, like, a little closer in and relaxed. So this is the relaxed state, and this is with the neck out. And I'm trying to sort of figure out what might look better. This, the neck out is a little more strained looking, but it gives the VTuber a little more room. This squishes in the VTuber a bit, but the horse looks more relaxed. So, be interested to hear what you guys think about the two. I was just sort of playing with some little subtleties here. Trying out different things. It doesn't cut off too badly. This is probably just a bit, more versatile. I don't know. Would love to know what you guys think about the horse. Alright, what else did I want to do? I wanted to do a plush of Sidon, but I don't know if... I don't know if I want to do a standing plush or a held plush. Probably a held one. I want to see if there's a way I can do both. if I just change like the legs or something. Every asset that I do, I try to see if there's a way that I can do 2 birds, 1 stone and try to like pick pieces apart from it and reuse it in other ways. So if I was doing like Sidon, right? I'm gonna need to learn how to say his name because it makes me uncomfortable that I don't entirely know. Let's say I want to have, like, I need to make a general hand asset for holding plush because I want to make, like, 1,000,000 plush eventually, and, I mean, not literally, but, you know, I want to make a ton of plush, and I don't have any hands to hold them, so I need to make hand assets for plush. So that's another thing that I need to play with. Let me just duplicate this and erase it so that it makes more sense what I'm doing. Something like that, I don't know. 1,000,000 plush challenge win. Also, Judgmental Cat, hello, hello. How's everything going? Hope you're doing well. So, if I was to do set on, I mean, the other thing is I want to sort of set this up so that I can eventually do custom VTuber plush. That's also on my list of lists. Vessa's about to have a panic attack at hearing me say that. Whoops. So as long as the head is still the same, then I can probably do both sitting version like this, and then change the body so that it works as a health plush. Probably do both. So I'm doing like sit on, for example. Arms crossed in a vampire sleeping pose. I mean, if you have a better way of doing it, let me know, but that's usually what I have seen that is the most versatile. I mean, it should probably be closed hands, probably make more sense. I only have worse ways of doing things. I guess that makes sense. Like, I was looking at a picture of Iron Mouse holding the boobie, but like she's grabbing her elbows, which, you know, again, doesn't work depending on each VTuber. So it's like, it has to be annoyingly generic, you know? And even so, this still doesn't work for, like, most situations. That's also gonna have to be 2 pieces, I'm sure. I'm kind of happy, in a way, that you guys can sort of see live the different, considerations that you have to make when you're designing these assets, because then you can sort of see, like, what projects work and what don't. So if you guys have, like, future suggestions, you can see, like, oh, something that goes in front of and behind 5 times doesn't work too well, or, oh, the hands have to behave a certain way. Because there's weird limitations that you learn as you do these. Like, I didn't understand most of the limitations when I started out, but the more ideas I had, the more limitations I realized there are. So something like that probably works best. Why not draw a plush of the Korok? I was thinking that, yeah. I do have some of the reference of the Koroks. Because I think that that would be an easy one. But I'll throw it down here as well. Because that could probably make a pretty fast plush, I think. I think those hands are probably... you can either do... This is probably the most general, but you can also do, a different set, like... There's another version you could do for hands, holding plush. That I saw from a SAO illustration. I won't believe about listening anymore. Yeah, I'm amused at this point, but yeah, it's fine. I don't know, like, it just kinda helps me think of a way to organize things, but I can't think of any better alternatives. I've tried a few. So that's another type of hand we could do. And you repeat it on both sides. I might just have both at some point and make it a choice. I don't know. Duplicate and flip. Of course. Kept it on the same layer. Of course I did. You can do something like this if you have a, like a teddy bear or something. Or a child. So that also works. I don't know, something like that. I hate it when I draw on the wrong layer, seems to happen a lot. Yeah, it happens to the best of us no matter what. So you can either do, make sure I don't do the, yep, okay. Make sure to separate that. And then I'll just combine these because that'll make it easier. So you can kind of do this in two directions, and I'll probably just make both and then make it an option. You've got sort of like the showing off thing, and then you've got sort of the more close at hand feeling. More shy, secure. This is probably more general. I think I had... You just have to be cropped for each different version you do. But that's not too big of a deal, honestly. Astrophils, thank you so much for the bits. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. How's everything going? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's try and, let's try to throw, Sidon in here. These ideas look amazing. Thank you so much. We're really trying. We're trying to come up with crazy stuff here. Oh, you know what? Here. You know what? You're gonna love this one. I'm gonna show this one to you. Alright, it doesn't quite work with the hands now, but hang on, give me a sec. Trying to erase these as fast as I can here. No! Where is it? Alright. Alright. We're thinking of a horse. We're thinking of adding a horse. Because I think we could do so much with this. Because we were thinking like Epona and the horses you can ride in Breath of the Wild, and then Vesa said robot unicorn attack, and then, you know, you just go as far as you want. Reminds me of the Old Spice commercial. Oh my god. Meme potential. Meme potential, guys. I was silver in a way. I could just take every pop culture horse that's ever been used and just make all the variants of horses. And use the horse for romance readings in a sunset background. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. We're gonna have fun with this horse. I'm on a horse whip backwards. But yeah, I'm excited about that. We were trying to figure out all the different ways that we could add a horse, but I think this works. I'm still not sure if I want the is this the other one? No. Where'd the other form of horse go? Did we lose it? Oh. Yeah, so we have one that has its neck out a little further. I think the one that's slightly closer probably is more... is probably less awkward looking. But yeah. So I'm excited to just make a bunch of horse assets now. Alright, what were we doing before with the hands, and the plush? This definitely works. I'm excited. We were struggling a bit in the beginning. We really couldn't figure out how to make the horse work, because we were trying something before, and it was like kind of like a pony look, and it didn't... We tried that, and then we tried, I think I might have deleted the other one. Yeah, I think we got rid of the other one. We were trying one that was like, oh, it had its head like this, kind of. And it just sort of looked like it was always straying in its neck. But I think what we have, works here. And we were also saying that it would be good for anyone who plays horse games. It could be nuzzling the VTuber. That would be so cute. I don't know how to do it. The thing is, like, you can't, the horse can't really, like, move its neck that much. Because we were trying to do that before. Like, yeah, it's tricky. It doesn't quite work. We tried. We tried many variants of the horse. We were sort of I was trying to sort of explain how, like, the way that you make VTuber assets is, you realize how many limitations there are. And if you can get past those limitations, you can make some really fun stuff, but there's sort of a lot of limitations to what works and what doesn't. Which is, you know, a little frustrating, but it's kind of something you have to work around. So if I make this head like slightly to the side, then if I do a sitting plush later, it'll feel more natural, which I think will work. I'm surprised that people haven't, like, made more assets of plush of other VTubers, to be honest. I kind of thought that would be, like, a really, common thing, but it surprisingly isn't. I thought that once Iron Mouse had, like, a picture of herself hugging Booby, everyone would do, like, their own version of that with their, favorite VTuber. But I didn't see it, so, you know, I'll jump on that. I'm not sure how to do his giant head fin. It's kind of large. For each one of these, I can always just crop it for whatever the pose is, so that's not too much of a struggle. Oh wait, does it go this way? Hello, Pinkware. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. How large is this thin head supposed to be? This strange creature who just has like an entire shark for a head. And is also a shark. It's such a strange design. Trying to cut out any tangents that I'm making so that things look more natural. That should be good, and then we've got the fins here. Probably zoom in a bit so I'm not so zoomed out for you guys. And his feather gets in the way. I have to make like a... Can we go the other way? I'm just gonna make it go the other way so it doesn't get in people's way. He's got a little feather in his hat. In his crown. we go. Still trying to figure out how I want to, yeah, something like that probably works. It's kind of a mix between like his adult and kid version. Because it's chibi, but I want to have all the accessories and details. Just because, like, I think most people are more familiar with the main Breath of the Wild than the DLC. How do I want to do the hands is going to be the tricky part. Don't know how I accidentally ended up making these so long. Sort of comparing back and forth here. And I'll probably need to change this part a bit. It's not quite matching up as well as it could. And then I want to think about like how the body would be if I was to do both the held and sitting version. Because if I can do the front of it in both ways, then that would be ideal, I think. So if I had a sitting version like this, try and think here. So most anime sitting plushies look like they kind of do this. And then have like the rest of the body. Or if it's like Kingdom Hearts style, then it goes to the side. And it's more like this. So... what parts would have to be adjusted? If I did that and then erased it and then made the body. That wouldn't be too hard to change. So if I did the body that way sitting, it works. And then if I'm doing this because I can't get myself to compromise on one or another. And if I then did this, then that still works in the same pose, I think. So I could just draw half of it, and then have a sitting version, and then switch it, and then have the floppy version, I think is the best way to call it. We got the sitting version, and then we got the floppy version. Alright. So I'm gonna copy the floppy version. And then put it back into sitting. Paste the floppy so I don't lose it. And then continue from there. So then I kind of get an idea of like how I want to move forward with it as a template. And then if I want to do this for other characters, then I can. I'm gonna adjust his face just a little bit here. And then that can sort of always be an option to grab and redo. Floppy version, probably just gonna see the legs. Although Sidon in particular kind of has short little legs as a kid. Alright, in most cases that's how it would be, but I guess in this case it would be different. Or they're just longer. I don't normally draw anime-style chibi, so I'm kind of figuring out how this works. I mean, not anime-style chibi, anime-style plush. I normally don't make anime-style plush. I'm sort of trying to figure out how this is supposed to work. without it looking awkward. Maybe it should just be simplified. Alright, back to the drawing board on that one. It might make sense to do thumbs, but I think that might be it. Alright, that probably works. What else is going on with this design here? A lot of it can't really be seen, can it? A lot of the design here is fairly hidden. I guess I should just drop it a tiny bit just so you can get a hint of that design, which it's kind of known for. Especially like these pieces on the side. And then what is going on with the feet? The feet are webbed. Of course they are. That doesn't make things awkward at all. No, not at all. There's certainly a lot that can be said for the unique character design. Not allowed plush and teddy bear have individual fingers. No, that's true, yeah. Wild Wolf, hello, hello! Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. How are you doing? Hope everything's going well. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, there's so much detail that he wears that I don't think is gonna show through. And it's... Ah, that's a little frustrating. Because I would like all this to be shown here, but... Somebody check out your art? Well, thank you, I appreciate it. We've got, like, a bunch of different concepts and ideas of things going here. I'm trying to figure out, like, what are specific assets that would be good for Breath of the Wild, for VTubers, and, like... and then I'm also trying to figure out things about the classic games and all that. I'm trying a wig of Link's hair. Eventually, someday later, I'll probably do Midna's helmet. Trying to figure out how to make the regular green cap look. All those kind of things. At the moment, I'm trying to make a plush of Sidon, but I can't quite figure out what's going on with his armor and details and such, and I think I actually need to, despite the fact that these are supposed to be floppy, I think he kind of needs, he probably needs the neck and shoulders to be more defined because he wears all this jewelry. Or I guess you just make it come out from the side here. Something like that. Definitely need to add a little bit more shoulder here. Looks good? Well, thank you. I'm very glad to hear that. I might do something like this for the fingers, just so they are a little separate. I don't know. Anime plush kind of go either way, from what I've noticed. I thought this would be fun because he's a really liked character, except his jewelry has given me some trouble. You probably need to make this go a little smaller, a little further back. Just a bit, just so we can show this piece here a little clearer. These Atlantean people have so much jewelry. Oh, how's that gonna cross over? No, that works. That works, that's fine. I'll just imagine the joints being about here, and then the arm can sort of flop over. Doesn't he wink a lot and the sparkle appears from his smile? I think so, yeah. I know you're a VTuber artist? Indeed I am. Yes, yes. Are you a VTuber? I feel like my emphasis on that word just faltered weirdly. I'm a furry VTuber? Oh, nice! Nice, nice. I wish I could go into my... I don't think I have the ability to go into my anthro form right now. But I'm actually, I do have a, an anthro form that I'm usually, I guess I won't say usually, because I've been in the demi-human form most of the time within the past year or so, but I started only with an anthro form in the beginning. So I too am a furry VTuber, just not quite here. Just need help with my character? What kind of stuff? Stay in my anthro form? That's totally fair. I wanted to give myself a demi-human form because I'm a kitsune, so I can sort of shapeshift if I need to. And I felt that having a human form would allow me to explore more with anime-style art. But I started out just doing furry stuff. Native warrior wolf? Oh, sounds interesting. What kind of stuff do you need help with, however? What? My gosh. I'm fumbling on my words so badly. I also do, character design and such, so... You can always try, giving some verbal advice if possible. I just realized how off the eyes are here. Love seeing my character come to life? Yeah, for sure. I mainly do, PNG tubing, at the moment for people, just because I don't quite possess the skills of Live 2D yet, but if you are interested at all, if you check my About panel, I should have a link to my website here, or if you look right above my art examples, you can see my website there. I don't actually think I have the price out for, model PNG stuff, but it would probably be about the price of a half body or full body or something. But if you ever just want to talk about design and such, I also have an art-focused Discord. We have artists and non-artists who hang out there, so if you're ever interested, and for anybody else who might be interested, let me throw up the link to the Discord channel. I'm a little out of it today, more than normal. I'm usually a little bit more, I usually slightly have my head on a little straighter, but... But yeah, I like trying to help out with, art and character and all that. Remember, it's okay to have off days. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's a bit of an off day today, but I'm really grateful for you guys hanging out with me here. You know, I really appreciate it. He's got like a... I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit in his necklace, but he's got, like a metal collar? This is really interesting. It looks like a shirt collar, but it's with the same metal material as the other stuff. So it's like... It's shaped like a shirt collar, but it's a metal grid. There's so many patterns going on there. I'm just probably gonna have to simplify that for a chibi. I'm still working on the best way to simplify stuff. But if I can just, like, sort of make it feel like it's there, then, you know, mission accomplished. Part of me sorta wants to draw out the entire thing, and then just, like, erase the parts I don't need. The other nice thing about this kind of setup here, with the floppy hands and the base structure, is that we can also probably do this. Hang on, can we do this? We can kind of do this. Turn everything into a head pet, honestly. Or what I would probably do is actually, like, make it more of a peeker. Does that work? Maybe not. Probably works better with animals. I mean, he's, like, kind of partial animal. It still works. Once we've got like the setup, all we have to do is change the arms. And then there you go. Then we've got like a little buddy on your head, chilling out. That could work. There's all kinds of different ways to go about doing things. I'm just gonna copy this over just in case I want to play with that later. Paste it and then hide it. We can always do stuff like that. What other this is a hard chibi to choose to experiment with. This was like not the smartest choice of chibi. Sort of want to simplify this a little bit. I need to figure how other people are really good at, like, simplifying designs and rounding everything out and such. Something like that. You know, I think I'm gonna have his collar go in the front, because that's like... I think that could work better. It just kind of gives him more of that, like, visually recognizable element. And then does he have fins on the side? He does. Okay. How do I want to do this? They're kind of an awkward shape, but something like that. The more details we can put on that signify parts that break up the silhouette of the character, the better. I'd love to see a Link or Zelda chibi VTuber character. Do you mean like, do you mean in a plush form, or do you mean like a Toon Link type thing? Tiny sight on, I know, right? Little plushie. Also remember to hydrate, and sorry I fell asleep in the chair. Oh my goodness. I hope you're getting enough sleep. I think that's the important thing. This is actually fairly exaggerated. And then that can probably also make his mouth larger and more exaggerated. Which works better for this character. There we go. Heck yeah. Lord Theo, hello, hello. How are you doing today? I got too comfy. Fair enough. I think that... Alright, I think the face feels better now. I think it was feeling a little awkward before, but now it kind of feels more like him. Still not really sure what to do about the arms, because that's just something I'm not too familiar with yet. And then he's also got like these large bracelets. Which is good, because that helps get rid of that empty space. Where, my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. Hang on a sec. There you go. I feel like you guys intentionally pull those when somebody new comes in so they just get extremely confused. Hi, my name is Starlight. I do cringy Pokemon impersonations. They aren't cringy, they're cute. It's not cringe, it's beautiful. I'm glad you- Judgmental cat, oh my god. What good am I for, other than amusement through the power of Pokemon cries? That's another thing I need to do. I need to take those Pokeball assets I already made and make those into the throwing system thing, because I can do that with the Pokeballs, I can do that with the Zelda assets, and probably Mario in the future. back and feel more refreshed. I'm glad to hear that, Talon. Use adorable sounding. Alright, what is going on with these bracelet designs? Holy cow, what is this? Why are these so detailed? Oh, he's also got, like, something here that I can barely see. P-Fish, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Why is there no alert sound for YouTube? I hear it for... Huh, I'm not sure why. Titanium Gaming, hello, hello. What are we doing for... Alright, I'm just gonna do this tiny little bit of the pieces I see. Because I can't quite tell what's going on, and between this and overlapping the hands, it's getting, like, harder to see the detail. It's there. It'll make more sense once there's, line art. I'll start cleaning things up and making it easier to spot. I kind of like his kid version, where there's not as much armor. You know, I was thinking the armor was cool, and now I'm like, wow, the kid version has a lot less armor. I'm kind of digging that now. Where's his kid version? I think that was easier. Maybe I should have stuck with that. Now, it's fine. I mean, like I said before, most people who play Breath of the Wild recognize his adult version with all the clothes, so it's totally fine. I don't want to confuse things now. Life's too short to be a carrot. Wise words. I don't know, what if you're a bunny, though? Does that make a difference? I'm just scribbling at this point. I can't see what I'm doing at all. Alright, I'm just curious. What does this look like again on the head? That's honestly not bad, and we can always just, like, take the arms and then make them, like, a little on the side here. You know what? I think that this is actually an easier transition than trying to do a standing and sitting version of a plush. I think they're still both doable, but one is better to do as like an add-on for a commission, and the other is something that I can just very quickly do when I want to do variations for pre-made sets. And then as long as I draw the whole thing normally, in most cases, then we can also just choose between either or for the hands. As long as I draw the whole body, then that is also very easy to change. Also, look at this. You can just hold a small child. Someone's lost their small mermaid child. I think this could be a fun series, you know, between the plush, between the held hands, and between the big horse. I think we've got something going, in terms of wacky customs. to be offering. Sadly, I know that people are probably gonna copy it the minute I finish, but still. Still, I think it would be fun. I think after I do the Zelda sets, I want to add in the robot unicorn. I think that would be amusing. Alright, I'm going to... I think I'm gonna call it here. It doesn't look like we got too much done, except I think that we did a lot in terms of sort of figuring out where we wanted to go with things. Because I don't need to do this for any holiday, I'm thankfully not nearly as much in a rush as I normally am. I'm not really trying to hit any deadlines, which feels a lot better. So what I think I'm at least going to do is sort of rough sketch out some more stuff very casually. And then, I think that, next stream, I might try and get some line art done off stream, because you guys know that I'm not too keen on trying to make line art on stream. And then we might try to do some more rough designs. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Sorry if I was a little bit quiet in the beginning. Next stream I should probably be much more energetic. Still writing, was surprised to see still streaming. The drawings are going great, very intricate. Thank you. Just wrapping up now, but I appreciate you stopping by again. Does it help your art studies take naps? Just took some a while ago? I don't know about that, but I always try to revisit things. I always try to look at stuff and then come back to them. But yeah, and if you have not joined the Discord, definitely consider joining the Art Focus Discord, even if you're not an artist. There's plenty of different creative people there. We have a writing channel, we've got it mixed in with music and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and with that, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, night. Thank you so much for stopping by and chit-chatting with me, and all the best, Stargazers. Thank you.